Hey everyone, and welcome to our first indie game playthrough. We're playing Bastion.
Bastion.
I've never played this before, really, so we're gonna pretend I know what I'm doing when I play video games.
It's a little kind of action-adventure game, somewhat, about
proper story
a guy known
supposed
as
to start at
Kid.
the beginning. Ain't so simple with this one.
Starts off with a very
Now, here's a
masculine
kid who's
voice.
all twisted, leaving him stranded
Would
on a
you just-
rock in the sky. He
Yeah.
gets up,
stranded
sets
on a
off
rock
for
in the sky.
Bastion,
Is what you're doing.
where
Just
everyone
sitting there
agreed to go
sleeping
in
like this
case
is
of
totally normal. This is
Ground
not normal
forms
for
up under his
this.
feet as it pointing the way.
Oh no, man, we
don't
can't
stop
judge the world he
why.
lives in. Maybe,
No.
just maybe, this is normal for him.
That is true. He just floats in the sky.
He is a god.
Finds his lifelong friend just lying in the road.
Well, he's obviously
Well, it's
Thor.
a touching reunion.
This is not what you call it, Asgard.
He sees what's left of
Not
the rugged
Asgard.
walls. Years of
I don't
work
believe it
undone
yet.
in an instant.
Speaking of which,
In the calamity.
they should totally go check out our SoundCloud podcast about cross-dressing Thor.
He's a fabulous man.
He is a fabulous man. There will be an annotation.
For anybody who can't mentally see what's going on in the room, Justin just like did a weird like pointing motion as
Gotta
if
survive.
I forget there's no webcam right now.
It's a gas
But
valve
there will be an
forced out
annotation
from
in the corner.
underground.
Go check that out on our SoundCloud. There's
Kid pops him
a couple
good.
more
Fella got a
neat
piece
little
of
things on there too.
but that is then this is now.
Yes.
And so what happened in this world? It
An
feels
old
like
Peter
everything was
falls out of the
destroyed.
sky,
Obviously,
And a gift from
everything
God.
was destroyed.
but it'll have to do.
Why were we teleported to ancient Egypt and then put into
Gotta
the
hold
sky?
Still to spin up the chamber.
I'm not real sure. But when they say Bastion, I always think about, Kingdom Hearts.
I totally don't think of Beauty and the Beast.
I love that game, Kingdom Hearts. I'm waiting on
Kids
them to
worked
come
up
out
quite
with
a
the new one
thirst
this
by
year.
now,
Same.
that
I will be
fountain's
so
real
excited.
inviting.
I squealed like a little girl when I found
Sometimes you
out it was
just
coming
need
on
a
out of my console. Though, if we're being honest about me, I squeal like a little girl about a lot of
Squirts
things.
tumbles up around him. Must have fled here from the mine.
I was watching out for the Batman game, and I was so excited when they announced that the main villain in the game was going to be Scarecrow. He's always been my favorite, but then I found out that they're going to be releasing like a lot of extra story missions only on the PS4. So now I'm going to have to get a PS4.
That's what did it for you.
Yeah, now I'm going to have to get a PS4.
Kid finds a memento from a girl he knew.
Excuse me.
Always use
Then I'm going to have
phones here.
all of the next-gen consoles.
That's kind of creepy. He finds a memento from a girl he knew. He always used to fancy her. Let me just put this in my pocket and carry it with me.
He used to have the nicest view.
I was waiting for this moment. Thank God she's dead. Wait, what?
He sets foot inside
This
one of
game looks
Solavia's
so
famous
beautiful.
watering holes.
So beautiful for as much
Inside
destruction
is
as
old
had to
Ronnie
have gone on to
bartender.
destroy the
The
ground.
calamity got him forced drinking.
And all the bulls that are here.
Ronnie always wanted his
And the water
ashes
pipes.
scattered here.
That he
This is
just-
a family program.
His trusty shield.
His trusty shield that got dropped out of the sky. Because that's totally normal.
Well, it was the guy's shield, apparently.
The security takes him.
Well, what's
for
his shield doing in a
thief.
bar? He's a kid. Why is he in a bar?
No, the dude whose remains I seem to have destroyed.
Oh. You have to do it at the exact right moment.
Clang.
Yeah, like that.
Shield saves his hide.
Because
Just like Star Wars.
the Lego Star Wars. The best Star Wars.
You shut your mouth about Battlefront.
Turning up for last call.
That was a pretty good game, too. Pretty much any game made by LucasArts is going to be good. But only because George Lucas was
Has nothing to do with them.
No, he's never been allowed in that studio except when they were Christian.
Could you just imagine that conversation? Just George is in there. You know, I really like your game so far, but I'm slightly concerned about something.
There's no Jar Jar.
But George, he's not really a fighter. He's just physical comedy, and that's not something this game needs.
Shut your mouth. We need Jar Jar Binks.
Kids sees the way to
Just,
the
I
Bastion.
thought I just heard you say you don't need
It's
Jar
a bit
Jar.
of a drop.
No.
How long have you been working here? Because you're fired now.
We need more Gungans.
He gets a
Phrases
good look
that
at
no
things
Star
on
Wars
his
fan
way
has
down.
ever said.
He lands on top of
They've
the
also
breaker's
never said,
pole,
"Oh,
and
what
it
nice
broke.
lip acting on the Viceroy."
I got a bow. I am an elf.
Have
Kid
you ever
spies a good
like?
perch
Have you
for some
gone back
target
and looked
practice.
at the Phantom Menace?
Knows he should
No, I
draw
haven't.
The
string
Viceroy's
all the way
lips look like something out of like an old Japanese movie that just got dubbed into English. It's horrible. Look at it; they don't even match up.
back. The kid pockets
And
a
he's
memento
speaking
for the
English.
break. Once the
That is
fastest
the
man
first
collect.
language he speaks. It has not been dubbed or anything. It is awful.
So that sounds like magic to me, honestly. I don't know about you, but I can't do that.
Emergency defenses still work.
That is their one
Bad
special
news is
superpower.
for the
Is that they are able. That's
I timed it wrong. I timed it wrong. Bring it.
Right back.
there
at
you go. Is that they are able to make their lips not match their words coming out.
Wait, who is this? The Viceroy?
Yes, the Rice Viceroys. I forget what they're called. I haven't watched that. That was your back.
I'm just letting them shoot me at this
You
point.
just run. They don't care.
Picks up a few pointers from a dusty old tome.
With that man's voice, I just expect us to be in the middle of like a
Like
middle
fast
western.
burner.
Well, you expect this to be like True Grit and like the Duke walkout?
Kinda, yes.
Good old John Wayne. Or Jeff Bridges. Jeff Bridges is equally as rough and tough.
Okay, so first you had the balls to go after Star Wars, and now you're questioning the Duke?
No, I'm not. I'm saying that Jeff Bridges
He
is an
finds the
equally
distillery, right
viable
next to the
option
arsenal.
here.
Tough part of town. One sip of the spirits in that distillery, and the kid'll feel like a new man.
Now we're in this is the distillery.
Perfect.
Yes, exactly what every boy needs, alcohol. But back to the topic with John Wayne. My dad heard John Wayne, and then he just walks in. He's just like, "Hello, guys."
I heard somebody was talking about John Wayne.
I love John Wayne.
Do you get a new one every level?
You do? Yes.
The arsenal's where the kid can pick the best tools for the job.
And here's where you can pick your special ability, your weapons.
The arsenal, where young children can come to play with deadly weapons.
Indeed.
We are sometimes affiliated with Texas, but don't ask why.
That's where this is. This is Texas. That is why the developers decided to call this kind of music frontier acoustic.
You're making that up.
Trip hop. This literally came out of their mouths in an interview.
What is trip
Some
hop?
of them squirts
know what trip hop
like
is?
crazy in a couple of chord
Am I gonna feel
bends.
dumb?
It's, it's like glitch hop,
Oh, okay.
except it's trippy. Is this not trippy music?
I've been quiet for a second to listen to it. It is kind of trippy.
Lovely soundtrack.
Not as good as your father come in. I heard you boys were talking about Bruce, or not Bruce Wayne.
John Wayne. John Wayne is who you mean.
I heard you boys were talking about Batman. And you know how I feel about Batman.
No, this soundtrack is so good they decided to release it
An old ferry
on its own on
sends
Steam,
the kid on his way.
Oh no!
just like they do all the Final Fantasy ones. It's that good.
I don't know. That sounds blasphemic to me because I love the Final Fantasy soundtrack so much.
Yeah, this one's really good too. Once you get farther into the game, it's amazing.
Do they do any of the voice dubs kind of things that Final Fantasy does?
I don't think so. They might. You need to heal. Yes. They might. I've not listened to the whole soundtrack. I've just listened to a bit. This is my jam right here, the Middle Eastern song. You need to destroy everyone.
While drinking alcohol.
It takes a chunk of alloy. The smell of barley and spoiled blueberries fills the air.
Although this song kind of sounds like an MIA song.
Kid maybe
Yeah, you need to shoot those guys, and they get smaller and smaller every time you hit them.
I'm guessing the blue stuff
Is and slows you.
I can run. You can run if you wanna.
You can leave your friends behind.
Cause your friends don't matter if they are dead, and they ain't no friends of mine.
It's true. There's like nobody here.
Except for the pendant of that girl I fancied. Oh, now he's just destroying the ground. That seems rather not cool.
You use A to dodge.
I keep pushing the wrong button, thinking it'll dodge, and it just pulls up a shield.
It's A in this game. And he has a little life bar on the bottom of him, that little ring.
I saw that.
Okay, just making sure. Now all of our listeners know.
I should get rid of this.
Yeah, those are the spawners. They're not good.
He's gone.
Oh, you still have one more. He's just really tiny.
How is he splattering out so much blue stuff being so small?
I don't know. That's a good question. But I mean, why is this word floating in the air?
I have a feeling you know why.
Oh, I do know why, actually. Turns out the developers were just too lazy to program clouds and sky, so they decided to put this whole world on top of basically a big portrait.
Kid puts him at
You know, when I said, oh, I bet you know why, I wasn't being serious, but the more you know, man. What are these things? Are they the souls of my fallen enemies?
It's the money,
So the souls of my fallen enemies.
if that's what you want to call it.
He finds the core to the Wharf District.
The core.
He steals.
Those
the
are
city's
important.
heart.
That's the whole
Might as
reason
well.
why we're here.
Is it?
Yes.
Kid
You
has
just
a
need to
feeling he
run.
better get a move on.
Because that,
The place is starting to fall.
yeah, exactly what he just said.
Yeah, I can tell. It's vibrating.
We're currently playing this
Cool
with
kid
an
took his
Xbox
life
One
and
controller
this
because
particular
we're that
rock stay
cool.
afloat.
You see, I'm not one of them PC gaming types.
We need a controller
Should have seen us playing Psychonauts.
with the keyboard. That was awful. That is also on the channel.
More annotations right underneath. Never ends, and now there's so many people chasing me.
Skyways in sight.
Running time.
They'll all die eventually.
Whisks him where he needs to go.
Look at that beautiful. It's like they made up a whole language.
Now the kid sees
Except-
something
except
stranger.
I'm pretty sure it
still.
doesn't mean
His mind
anything.
races.
I'm really curious if, like, those enemies were just like,
Did anybody else survive?
he's supposed to be fighting us. The programmer said there would be fighting.
Look at this beautiful,
Sure enough,
beautiful.
he finds another.
Is that? Would you say that was watercolor
He
or oil
finds me.
paintings?
It's very pastel-y.
We talk for a spell.
We talk for a spell.
That's our buddy. That's Mark Twain over here.
Is it really?
You back out and look at him. It's Mark Twain.
Either that or the Colonel. It's either Mark Twain or he's about to be giving us some delicious fried chicken.
I like to call him Mark Twain. He calls himself the Stranger, but we all know his name.
Mr. Fried Chicken.
If you each one of these, he talks
There's a bit
about
of
it.
the Bastion's power in that crest. Enough to point the way to the cores.
So the whole
I tried to
reason
let the kid down gently. This is the Bastion, alright. Except no one else showed
about this
up.
Bastion is that we were supposed to meet everyone here.
All I tell
when
him is to set that
I
core
guess
is
the
on
end of the
watch
world
over
came.
there.
I'm not really
Then
too
watch.
sure at this point.
So wait, they knew this was going to happen?
They apparently knew this was going to happen, and this was their escape plan. They were all supposed to meet here,
And just like that,
but no one showed up
Bastion
except for
comes
Mark Twain
alive.
down there.
Starts growing again. Growing stronger. Kid's gotta put its power to good use.
I don't know how this
Bastion
dirt
can
is
send
floating,
it
or how it gets nutrients,
Wild to know.
or rain.
How it pops out from nowhere.
These are all good questions.
The Bastion
Maybe
ain't
to be
gonna
answered
build
later.
itself.
Maybe to be answered later.
Entirely.
Hopefully to be answered later. You need to go to the blue circle down there.
Blue?
Yes, that one. And you need to create something.
Kid ponders what to build.
You can either build a distillery or an arsenal.
I'm going to build an arsenal because this is Texas and we need weapons.
You can go in there and you can
Bastion's
pick
a
your
place
thing.
of peace.
You don't have
We
to
can
pick
hold our
anything.
own if we have to.
It's all pretty much the same, but I want the ability.
You'll be getting more weapons
Kids
as
don't
we
know what's out there
progress
waiting
through
for
this.
Oh no!
You're supposed to stay on there. Press X to go to the Skyway, not
Skyway.
fall
Now
off.
the kid can ride the wind, the distant land.
Workman Ward. It's a core detective.
Yes, you can ride the wind.
Well, that said ride the waves, and I thought we were going to Treasure Planet.
Now he lands
Wave
at the
Ride
intersection
64.
between bad and wrong.
Did you love that game
Ought to
growing
be
up?
a chord on
really.
one of these
No.
twisted streets.
I do want to point out, I did
Look which
love
one.
how he just falls out of the sky and lands on his face.
And then he just gets up as if nothing has happened.
Just, oh no,
He heads
that
for the
that,
sword
that
steps.
happens all the
Won't be no
time.
field trip this time. Up north is where the gas fella foreman used to live, tending to his flock.
I love the storytelling style of the gruff old man, but it's hilarious when I'm like, I'm heading this way. JK.
Sometimes if you just sit there for a little bit,
Come back and
He'll just be
digest
like,
just about anything.
the kid decided to take a
Except
rest.
for this. It's
He
quick
might
for
be
slicing,
AFK right now, no one
light enough
knows.
to throw.
What does that mean again? I forget.
Away from keyboard.
Oh. I always heard AFS.
Away from screen.
Yes.
I have a sword. I'm no longer Thor.
Not all these fancy.
They say even the most rambunctious squirts can be tamed. Squirts don't make the best of friends.
That's now
but they
your
can
buddy.
Be useful
Aw.
in a pinch. No sign of the core here.
And you
At least the
use your
kid
black
got sent
tonic
in most trouble.
whenever you use your right trigger object.
Why is this not something they would tell you ahead of time?
Because they want you to figure this out. Luckily, I'm here to tell you. I don't know how much, I
Keeps
don't know what
telling
you look.
himself you better watch his step.
I might have fallen off a little
You also lose health every time you fall off. You're not very good at this. You just assume that there will be barriers to this world. There's not.
Them squirts just
You probably
don't
need to pick
wipe
up that black
away.
tonic.
I am now a ninja destroyer of worlds.
Ninja Gaiden.
Gaiden?
Gaiden. However you want to pronounce it.
The Southern came out in your roar. You were thinking of Mark Twain.
I was my Louisiana brother.
I do declare. I don't know what actually accent I'm going for there.
Like a Southern Belle.
In the most
Gruff
gruff
voice.
voice ever.
It's the Southern Belle that has been smoking all the tobacco.
I do declare, Sonny boy.
Okay, Margaret. We apologize to any Margarets out there.
We don't assume you
The
sound
white
like
gas
that.
fellas all dress alike. Kids wondering the same
Well,
thing.
maybe.
If you smoke for 40 years, you might sound like that.
If you're 182 years old, and you remember Mark Twain personally,
And there it
Your
is.
name was Martha Witherby the
Locked down tight
second.
in an alloy cage.
why is this in a cage?
Blustery
Because you
old
will see.
foreman's
Oh, I'm stuck.
Because now this has turned into an arena. No, you don't run away. You have to kill them all.
I can at least send the herd, can I?
Yeah. You can send your little buddy in there.
Come on, little buddy.
I don't know how much damage she's gonna do. He might do a little bit. I personally prefer to use Whirlwind. Grab that health tonic.
This recovery thing is really weird.
It is. It's just you kind of fall in the air or jump in the air. I don't know.
And now there's a new marshal in town.
Shoot them. Oh, well, I guess you got it.
I just had to kill the big one. We have gotten the
Here's the whole
core.
place grown, but it's
Cores
too
are very
tough to
good.
fall.
They allow you to build
Might as well
all the
check
extra
other
buildings
side streets
at the
before we enter
Bastion.
this hole.
And there will be quite a few things that you can actually build. You need to go somewhere to where you can use the Skyway.
Can I build a tavern so that the stranger has somewhere to go and drink and wax poetically about his youth?
I actually think you can.
Does that actually happen? Because I was totally joking.
I don't know if like he goes and waxes poetically about, Tom Sawyer and stuff and the Knights
He
of King
comes
Arthur's
back,
table.
just like I knew he would. The core hums in his
And
back.
Huckleberry Finn.
The monuments call
The Knights of
for
King
it.
Arthur's table.
You never read that book?
I've always heard it say the Knights of his court.
Well, whatever. He had a table, his
Windbags
court.
used to be
I
alright.
think he had a table at some point.
From under him.
They are specifically the Knights of the Table.
Are they not the Knights,
of the Round Table.
Yeah,
They are some messed up dudes, by the by.
they are. I mean, look at them. They have John Cleese.
Kid ain't finished here.
I was about to start going on and on about how there was all this, like, adultery and super duper jealousy.
You have to put the core at the...
And you got me.
Ain't always much to say.
in the middle. Yeah. Monuments. Now you can
Kid
build
does it
another
again.
thing.
Only fair he decides what we
They have
build
John
next.
Cleese and then those other guys that I forget their names of.
Sometimes they're just not so important.
I know.
A
They are
lot
just
of things
random.
need fixing up in this
Very
world,
random.
and we can start right here.
Now you can upgrade things.
Kid's lifelong friends look
I just pushed
fit
a
to
button.
keep on
Yeah.
fighting.
You can, like, this is your hammer you're upgrading now, but you can go back. And that's your bow. And you will receive other things, and you can actually over there, where that circle is, you can build a shop where you can buy materials.
Can't
That
be
you can
too
use.
careful these days.
Later, later.
I heard circle.
Don't go there now. It is not. That's okay too. Just keep falling off. It's not gonna help. You can buy things to where you can upgrade different weapons.
I'm just messing with you at this point.
Yeah, now you're just like falling off. What if it comes up and says game over? What are you
Does it
gonna
do
do
that?
then? I don't know. It might do it to you. I don't know if we want to test this theory because I don't know if it will. We might be here forever.
I can throw myself off of buildings all day long, just like Spider-Man.
Except Spider-Man doesn't die or somehow defy gravity.
That's what's going on. There's not a ground at the bottom. There's a dimensional vortex that puts you directly back on the land, face first.
Actually, you see that gray thing on his arm? That's a portal gun.
Game theories, conspiracy time.
And when he
Traces
falls,
of
he
the
just
core
kind of
is what
shoots
kid
it,
was out.
and then he falls back on. It was always a great game. This doesn't give you